come on out.
Get in on the ground floor, baby. It's only going to grow once full body hits.
Yeah, yeah. Torture chamber, right? We just saw that. So I'm curious if we're going to see a different way for it to be played. So Florida, which sketches Florida, they like to play this stage a little bit differently. They like to make it very chaotic, partially because this stage in particular has a pretty bad like memory leak or something. It lags, right? And so Sketches likes to make the stage as chaotic as possible to make it really laggy for the other guy. It's kind of funny, but it looks like, oh, why did he? Oh, he was in altered state.
Oh, no.
Right. So
Please explain that for the audience.
right. When you get hit, you can cancel your hit stun, right? But when you do that, the next time that you spider, the next time that you hang on a block, you will fall. It's like, it's probably the jankiest thing in this game, but it's consistent, so...
It must be intentional.
Debatable? Debatable.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at debatable. Anyway, so I'll just point it out if you see it.
What is it? What state?
Altered state.
Altered state. That's
Some people
fancy?
call it fall install.
Okay.
I kind of like that name, but anyway, it's
Now the spike blocks.
Yes.
Can only shoot up once, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You see the glowing ones,
Yeah,
right?
they can
They
still
have
shoot up.
not been stepped on.
Now, someone explained to me earlier, the spike blocks are what? 13 frames, and climbing is 14, and pushing is 15.
That sounds about right.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
There's some frame data in there. Yep.
So
Oh,
basically-
Blue's body blocking Orange here. Oh, now Orange is body blocking Blue. That was so interesting. I really like that interaction. Now this is scary for Orange. Orange doesn't really have a good way to attack Blue here. You see Blue is in control no matter where Orange comes from. Blue is in control there. All right, we are at the top of Torture. Let's see if they have the solve. Blue is taking an interesting solve here, giving Orange way up.
Oh, and that is game.
Now, Blue could have just thrown the block. He had a block. He could have thrown it earlier to the side, and that would have been the way up, but he chose to pull the blocks.
So is this the one that's super complex?
Super complex.
The top solve.
No, that is Spiral. Spiral corridor.
Okay, all right.
Black
All right.
holes.
Really good use of the dark block there.
Yeah.
So, now dark block, how does it differ from a regular block?
You cannot push it.
Wow.
So
okay.
once it's there, it's there for good, which makes it a really strong block to, if you're on it, to defend. Very good defense from Orange. You see that? He kind of dropped down to stop Blue from climbing. So Orange's objective at this point is to waste Blue X Factor, right?
Yeah, and he just
and
did
he
it.
did.
And he got another block, which is allowing him to further ascend the tower.
Yep,
and now he can solve. He can solve. Good night. Yeah, sorry.
Rest in peace.
X Factor can't save you now.
Yeah.
Is that SBC or is that Sketches?
I think SBC
it's SBC.
won that. Wow, that was a very close set. I really like that.
Both were a climb.
Yeah.
Not an elimination, a climb. So
yeah.
That's
Torture
you saw an entirely different game than we saw between Orange and Linus, right? Even though it's the same stage, nothing really too different.
Wasn't that Orange and Sig?
No, I thought it was Orange and Linus. It was Sig and Solar was the first game.
Yeah. All right, that's how I got confused. My bad, sorry.
Yeah.
That's my
I will say just a little bit about the stages themselves. I like to think of them like a sandwich, right? So the beginning of a stage and the end of a stage are always the same.
Okay.
Right? So you actually can develop like openings and endings, right? But the middle of the stage, there's a bunch of different patterns that get shifted. This is Imperio. This is a band stage, normally.
All right, so this has the, what do they call bite blocks?
Monster blocks.
Monster blocks.
Yeah.
They'll kill you if you're hanging, right?
They won't kill you, they will knock you off.
Okay. God, that's disturbing.
Yeah. They also move on their own, in case you couldn't notice. Yeah, and usually their purpose is to get in the way of the player. Like, they only move usually to get in the way of somebody.
Now, if you step on top of them, you basically disable them.
Yes, yes. They're kind of similar to the trap blocks.
Okay.
Now, blue is in a very kind of tricky position here. There's nowhere really for him to go. It's going to give orange some good time to climb and get ahead. If I was blue, I'd try to maybe farm for an item or something.
Oh, no.
Oh!
What was that?
All right. So, that is crazy. So now orange, I believe, has pin armor. This is crazy. So if you're standing on top of a block, when it blows up, that happens. That happens every time. And the next time that you would get pinned, which I'll go over if we get there, you are invulnerable to it.
You're invulnerable to being pinned.
Yes.
Okay. I remember people talking about a pin earlier. Now
this is really scary. So I love the end to Imperio. It is a 4-block high wall of random blocks. They can be anything underneath of there. They can be ice blocks, trap blocks, bomb blocks. They can be anything, which makes this end solve so crazy.
And this is time's running out. The stage is falling away.
Yes.
They are right
That's
at the
it.
top. That's good night.
Yeah.
SBC putting on a clinic against Sketches. Now, this is all right. So, why is Imperio banned? Because of that solve?
No. So lots of people mistakenly believe that the monster blocks make the stage unplayable. It's not that. It's actually that these dark block rows, right? Somebody can just sit there and spider defense, and that's really strong if somebody wants to play like a defensive game, right? You see orange there kind of playing a body blocking game.
So what's preventing somebody from doing that right now?
Well, so what has recently changed? You see how the monster block moved out of orange's way, made him fall? That's just funny. But people are better at farming now. Back in the day when the game first came out, nobody really took advantage of... Yeah, that's it for Sketches. Nobody really took advantage of farming, and so it just didn't work out. It wasn't a fun stage